If the last few weeks have felt harder than usual to walk through, this weekend will offer us our first glimpse of what's waiting on the other side. So if you've been feeling lost, a direction may now appear. Okay, if you've been wondering if something is real, the truth is about to reveal itself. If you've been holding on to a dream, this may be the moment it all starts to come together. One thing is certain, this is just not another day, another weekend, another transit. This is an invitation, one that asks, are we ready to surrender to what has been meant for us in this lifetime? It's not about doing, it's about becoming. Because if you're ready, the path forward is beginning to open. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time together, it's my hope that you have the tools, the insights to go forward with a confidence, with a clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your weekend focus, February the 1st and the 2nd, 2025. Rabbit. So we want to say that on the 1st of every month to bring in good luck, or maybe you have another saying you'd like to share with us down in the chat. Now, before we jump into the daily astrology then, or the daily numerology, I should say, we're not even anywhere near the astrology. We've moved into February, so our energy within the numerology changes. February is our second month, and therefore it holds the energy of the 2. The 2 is about the magic that surrounds us, so it's all about utilizing this magic that surrounds us. But more importantly, it's about sitting in quiet contemplation, about going within, about recognizing your talents, your abilities, what makes you you. What allows you to shine, what fills you with passion, and to let that magic out, to utilize, to move yourself forward, to go with the flow, to open up through your own inner expression, and to meet the energy and to dance with it. Our yearly energy is a 9, right? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5. And so we add that together. 2 plus 9 is an 11. We have an 11 energy for the entire month of February. A year of magic, a month of magic. Of course, it's the shortest month, right? Goodness gracious. But an 11 energy nonetheless. How exciting is that for us? To allow our dreams, our passions, our desires, our deepest desires to have the stage to manifest in our lives. The 11 energy is about letting go of what no longer serves us, what no longer defines who we are going forward, what we are, what we do. The 11 energy is about making a commitment to ourselves and taking control of that commitment, of meeting that commitment consistently each and every day, to know that each small step takes us leaps and bounds, to go towards the successes, to put our focus on the success, our happiness, our joy, because that way we start a ripple effect of happiness and joy around us, allowing other people to step into their dreams. On Saturday, we have the energy of the 1. The I am, the independent, the trailblazer, ready to go forward. Failure is not even in the vocabulary. We are going forward. We are going to conquer. We are going to have our successes, our celebrations, our joy. And we will go after it with I heard the word vengeance, so vengeance it is. If we look at the daily numerology for Saturday, it would be a 2 plus a 1 plus a 9, which gives us a 12 energy. The 12 energy is all about being in the moment, Not really going towards the past, not really going towards the future, but being in the moment. So do some breathing exercises on a day like today. It will ground you. It will allow you to release the stresses that we pick up through our day-to-day experiences. We don't even realize it's there. It's just so common to be there. It's about letting go of control. It's about surrendering. And what do we need to surrender to? What do we know is for our greater good, and yet we resist for whatever reason? What is that reason? What is the foundation of that reason? And how do we dispel that limitation in our life to go forward leaps and bounds? 1 + 2 is a 3 energy, and that is all about transformation, our voice, our thoughts, our dreams. We get curious about what could lay in wait for us. What are the possibilities that we could step into if we wanted to go forward with a curiosity, allowing our heart to be led. On Sunday, we have the energy of the 2. The 2 energy we've discussed a little bit in length already, so I won't go there. So know that that energy is magnified on a day like today. It's electrified. So our daily numerology would then be a 2 + a 2 + a 9, and that gives us a 13 energy. The 13 energy is, it's a very lucky number. So we've got magic and luck woven together this weekend. But sometimes what happens to us doesn't seem so lucky at the time. Okay, 1 + 3 is a 4, getting our ducks in a row, building our foundations stronger, making sure that we have a balance in our world. Sun is in Aquarius. Our moon is in Pisces all day Saturday, up till Saturday night when it'll move into Aries. I think about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Saturday might be more of a day to relax, to dream, to journal, to explore the possibilities of your tomorrow, to pamper yourself, to realize your magic. On Sunday, now we want to be rested and ready to move forward, right? To step into those new beginnings we are imagining for ourselves. This weekend, oh my gosh, Venus, the North Node, are conjunct with Neptune in Pisces. I think the North Node sits within 1 degree from it being absolutely exact, but I'd say 1 degree is close enough. So right now, we are under one of the most surreal and fate-driven energies of the year. It's rare. It's powerful. Okay, for it to be in Pisces, and Neptune is involved, and Venus is involved, and the North Node is involved. And they're all conjuncting together on like the 28th degree, 29th degree, I think. 29 is where the North Node is coming into this energy. So it's rare, it's powerful, and it blurs the lines between our dreams and our reality. Intuition and illusion, fate and free will. Okay, so Venus, the planet of love, drawing us towards something that is we're meant to experience, or perhaps we're meant to embrace. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, right, is dissolving boundaries, making everything feel enchanted and intoxicating and almost too beautiful to be real, and maybe it is. But then we have the North Node in there too. And that's our compass of destiny. Okay, that points towards the path we're meant to follow. So we may see signs, okay, a person from the past returns, or an idea that we simply just can't shake, or maybe an opportunity seems to appear out of like nowhere. Okay, our dreams are becoming more vivid. Our emotions are probably very profound right now. Our sense of connection to the unseen is stronger than ever. Okay, you might say that the thinning of the veil. And it's all happening in Pisces, so we need to ask, are we being guided towards something real, or are we seeing what we want to see? Are we wearing those rose-colored glasses? But that's where discernment is just as important as trust, and the North Node is our discernment. You know, we've already been restructuring our future. We had the new moon. We had all that energy just prior to the new moon. We had all that heart energy just prior to that. Okay, but now the heart is finally getting involved. For weeks now, the energy has been urging us to redefine or to release or to start to rebuild. And now the bull formation being led by Pluto, it demands we confront deep truths to step in our transformation. That was Friday's video. So if you don't know about the bull for the month of February, I invite you to check it out. But until now, this transformation has been really intellectual, structural. We've been thinking, we've been planning, we've been making decisions, looking at it from a very logical point of view. But now we're feeling it, okay? The conjunction in Pisces pulls the heart, our heart, into the conversation, into the equation, okay? It softens what has been intense. It gives us a glimpse to why all these changes matter. Okay, the North Node's role in this conjunction is the key to why this moment feels so fated, so deeply aligned with destiny. It represents where we are meant to go. Okay, it speaks to us. It says, we can't force destiny. We can't force it into being. It's something we must trust that it's going to be there as we take each step towards that. So if something is leaving right now, it was never meant to stay, okay? If something's arriving right now, it's a part of your greater journey. We have to go with the flow. We have to see where this all leads. Okay, whether it's a dream or an intuitive nudge, sudden pull towards something or someone, pay attention right now. And a lot of the energy is about releasing and trusting and allowing. The North Node is our compass, our filter. It helps us to dissolve anything that is truly not meant for us or our path forward. And at the same time, it's guiding us, okay, very gently, but very undeniably, you can feel it, towards people and dreams and paths that are aligned with us, our transformation, our soul's evolution. Okay, now here's where it gets, okay. This is where it kind of gets tricky in how we do things and how we perceive things in being human, okay? Because we won't be able to chase after what is meant for us, okay? We can only receive that energy. So where does that leave us, right? Because under this energy, the more we try to control it, the more we try to define it, or chase after it, the more it'll slip through our fingers like water or sand. Okay, we can't hold on to anything that's not meant to stay in our life. We can try, but when we decide to, and the 12 energy is there to support us as well, right? When we are ready to surrender to the energy, to let go of our presumptions of what we thought we wanted, trust what is being shown as meant for us. Okay, and realize that it's already flowing towards you. That's when the magic happens. Okay, I even did a special soft meditation for members of my tribe here and on Patreon. So look for that because, in the next couple of days, Venus will be off and setting its sights on going into Aries. But Neptune and the North Node continue this conversation throughout all of February. I checked right up to March 1st. That's as far as I went. But for the entire month. Okay, so while Pluto is filtering everything, okay, and affecting everything, this is also a constant part of the energy that we will feel regardless of what transits are happening. So this is a time to trust that the right people are appearing in our life. And the right opportunities will unfold. And the right path will reveal itself. Often in ways that we couldn't have dreamt of or couldn't have imagined or we couldn't have planned. So it's up to us to be able to accept the changes that are happening, the things that we are being gravitated to pay attention to them, to not push them aside, but to give them the attention that they're demanding of us. To open up our wisdom, our sage wisdom, to the possibilities that truly lie in wait for us. You know, the bottom line is that the North Node is closing old chapters, okay? It's trying to allow us to do it for ourselves, but I think that overall, North Node will take control and say, no, this door has to close. So this chapter has to end so that we can step into our true path. Yeah, okay. How do you become a member here? You just hit the little join button. Okay. These cards really wanted a cleansing before I came on. I cleared the cards before every reading, but they really wanted a reshake. So in order to give us the Fool as our card of the weekend, wow, stepping into brand new experiences, new timelines of ourselves, new the best timeline for the path we're walking right now, if you want to get into quantum physics. Anyways, this is a card that states the beginning, the start, the new start, this is the first day of the rest of your life kind of atmosphere. This is when we have those aha moments, those epiphanies. We start to understand. We understand what has been an illusion in our life. Maybe we have a relationship that has been stale for, we've tried to jumpstart it. We've tried to do different things. We've done everything. We can go to bed and sleep soundly at night knowing that we've tried every angle in order to resurrect this relationship. And it's time to allow both of you to go towards the path that you're meant to walk. Maybe it's a job where you just said, you know what, I don't like it. It's time to brush up my resume and get it out there. It's time to go in search of working my passion, my dream, my desire. Maybe it's time to go back to school and learn something. Maybe it's time to join a workshop or a group of people that are like-minded, that are interested in the same topics and subjects as you are, or the same activities. The Fool says, venture out on the new path. You don't need anything. You just need to show up. You just need to show up and be aware of the invitations that you are receiving. The little nudges, the little thoughts of inspiration, the little, those dreams we have, those thoughts, those aha moments, those little epiphanies. And it could happen when we're just having a conversation or overhearing a conversation. And they just say the right words together and wow, everything comes to light. Our first card is the Knight of Cups, and this is one of love. This is true love. This is your knight in shining armor coming in. And yes, this would be a time when the person that is supposed to walk the rest of your path with you shows up in your world. You may not recognize each other right away, or you might recognize each other right away. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Okay, it's about those fateful meets where, of all places to meet. Maybe you're, halfway across the world and you bump into your next door neighbor who you never so much as really said hi to, or how's your day going? You just acknowledged each other as you passed. And you become the best of friends, and then the next thing you know, you're evolving into this community effort, and you're growing a foundation, and all of a sudden your names are on a plaque. I don't know how it happens. You don't know how it happens, but it happens. It just all comes together in the most serendipitous way. And this is kind of what this energy being in the first place is saying, that it will be like for us if we are willing to surrender, if we are willing, to stop fighting the current. Go with the flow. See what is opening up to you. See what little nudges you're getting. And if it resonates with anything that you think within, pay it heed. Pay it heed. Okay, pay it heed. The Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is here again to tell us that we refuse to budge from our old ways. Our old ways are preventing us from moving forward in beautiful new ways. Maybe you won't fly halfway around the world and you'll never meet your soulmate because you smoke and you'd never be able to survive a flight that long. Or you're claustrophobic or whatever it might be. But we have excuses. We all have this excuse bag. It's ginormous, guys. It's a ginormous bag of excuses. And we haul that thing around. We can even convince ourselves that we're telling the truth. You know, when you get that blind date and you really don't want to go and you say, oh, getting my hair done. So sorry, can't make it. Oh, I got a friend. She's sick. I'm going to go over and make her some chicken noodle soup. You know, and we start believing those, we start saying, well, we didn't want to go on that because of this. They could have been a creep or, oh, this. And they probably don't even have a job. They probably still live with their mother, or this. And we start pulling out the reasons, and we've fabricated a whole reality that never was or never will be in order to justify the reason we didn't put ourselves out there. Why we didn't speak to the boss. Why we didn't put in our application for that job, that posting. Why we didn't say those words at that time. What's holding you back? What's stopping you, preventing you from turning around, standing up and turning around, just releasing everything, okay? If it's meant to be here, it will be here. And if it's meant to go, it will go. Okay, we really don't have the control that we are trying to force upon our world in order to keep it intact, to keep it the same, to keep it normal, to keep it safe, because we know what's going to happen next. It's okay. We know that we wake up at this time and we do this at this time and we go to bed at this time and we wake up and recycle, rinse, wash, recycle, do it all again, right? It's time to stretch our eyes past the horizon, to see what lays in wait for us, to see what is calling to us, to sit quietly and listen for the voice to whisper from within, to go forward, to step into that thing that you've always wanted to do, even if it seems a little quirky. It's what you're being called to do. Experiment. This is a time to experiment. This is not a time where we are going to pledge allegiance to anything. We are just experimenting with some new ideas, some new approaches to life. But that very whimsical energy could lead us right into the path where we go forward. Creating successes. For becoming, evolving into our reality. And the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is here to say we are at the end of a path. We have gained wisdom and knowledge and courage and strength and fortitude and compassion and empathy, and we've grown in all these areas of our life, in how we give love and how we receive love and how we love ourselves. We've grown in all areas of our life. When we look backwards, okay, the choices we've made land us to here, and some of those have been extremely great choices. And so acknowledge that about yourself. Know that you can't stay here and maintain any level of happiness that you have, that it's time to take that next forward step, that elevated path, that new beginning. And this card is a representation of the veil being very thin, to sit in quiet contemplation, to meditate, to journal, to throw questions out to God, your maker, the universe, your angels, your guides, your higher self. And then sit in silence and await the answer to come. Okay, we'll get a Nature's Whispers card. Be gentle with yourself, the 33 energy. Not only do we sit with an 11 energy so strongly in our path this entire month, but we have the 33 energy. Be gentle with yourself. We actually are our worst critics. Oh, we beat up ourselves over things we would never say to another living being. We talk to our ways and selves that just tears away any kind of self-respect we have for ourselves. That knowing that we deserve, that knowing that we are worthy. So be gentle with yourself. A time of new birth and energy is upon us, isn't it, though? Draw on the lessons you have learned to assist you in moving forward. Notice how you have grown and changed as a result of everything that has transpired. Gather information as you go and be ready for new adventure. All signs are positive and successful outcomes at this time. Once again, the deck paraphrases me so well. What it probably took me 20 minutes to get here. They sum up in a small little paragraph. So, but I do like to talk, so well, there's that. Okay, let's see what the animals have to say. And we have the Sea Star again. Take a chance. Take a chance. Take a risk on a dream, a desire, a curiosity, a whim. Take a chance. Please. This is a beautiful time to take a chance. Just see if it works for you. Just see. You know, and sometimes watching, you know, allowing ourselves to at least experiment with the energy. I remember, okay, so Paul had no gross motor or fine motor with his autism, and we were going into a stage of what's not even known to be taught anymore, but cursive writing. And I was on a couple of chats where, you know, hundreds of parents would come together, literally, and talk about what they were going through. And when it came to the subject of cursive writing, the vote was like 80% people saying they should never even try it. It's hard enough for them to print in the first place. Why are we putting an extra demand on them that doesn't necessarily have to be there? To the people saying, no, I want my child to be accepted as any individual would, and they will need to know cursive writing in the future. Apparently not, but, you know, at least they can read those documents that most of their generations after them won't. So when they said we're doing cursive writing, we're going into cursive writing, I was like, well, what do I do here now? Do I start to fight the system and say, no, he's not learning that? Or do I go with the flow and see what happens? Do you know that his cursive writing was neater and more legible, whatever, you know the word I'm trying to say, legible, than his printing could ever be? So seriously, he used to write a word, print a word, and then he'd have to put his finger there and then put the pencil down and then write the next word and put his finger down. Otherwise, it'd just be one big word on the page used usually. So, but cursive writing helped him put the space there just automatically. Okay, so take a chance with the Sea Star. Had I not taken a chance, we wouldn't have evolved into the point where he was writing and whatnot. Where it has helped him in his development, I don't know, but it must have helped some of those synapses pop a little bit better. So, Sea Star, take a chance. Freedom, chance, fear, and passion. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life gives you time and space, and it's up to you to fill it. Wow, could we have something a little bit deeper than that, please? Life gives us time and space, and it's up to us to fill it. So how do you fill that? What are some of the behaviors where you're not too willing to share how you actually use that time? And how would you like to use that time going forward? It's time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. You have been lacking in energy and motivation. It could be out of fear. It could be that you're caught up with a bit of laziness, that you've beached yourself. It can be quite scary to change. And although you may feel stuck, you're never truly really stuck. You have free will to change the course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past. Allow yourself to feel again. You might be stuck at a dead-end job. Look for a different one in a field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing the cute girl in the coffee shop or looking at the cute boy who's just changed your oil. Ask him or her out. When you begin to take a chance on one thing, you will find it easier and easier to continue doing that in every part of your life, which will only draw you closer and closer to your ultimate successes. And you just won't ever know unless you take a chance. Okay, so very potent, beautiful energy is upon us to step into our dreams. The thing that keeps calling to us, that want, that desire, to be open up to the current, the waves of it coming into your life. To be willing to surrender to the energy, to see how it moves you, how it moves you forward, how it allows you to evolve in your soul's evolution as well. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.